everyone, good evening, and welcome to the second session of the day of ALYFE Connect's virtual event powered by ALYFE Group. So, we are definitely in for a treat this evening because it is not just going to be a regular chat, but it's going to be a chat between three amazing, beautiful, strong, capable women Sazzy, Falak, Niney, Chong, and Daphne, Iking. So, they are all mothers and entrepreneurs at the same time. So each of them has their own personal, inspiring story to tell us. And today they'll also be sharing an initiative called Power to Empower, which sole purpose is to help micro entrepreneurs to thrive and survive during this time of MCO. So let's sit tight and get your notebooks ready and hear it from these amazing three ladies.
Pass me the. I want to charge my phone.
Hello, ladies.
Why is it noisy? Oh, whoa. Noisy, whoa. Okay. Nini, you're new. You're used to this. What do we have to do?
Are we supposed to be
I've not used this.
Hi, are you guys okay?
I think somewhere some speaker is open.
So maybe we should have the other. I think we have two things on. Wait, let me. Yeah, I think I'm so sorry, guys. So just a moment because I think Sazzy has two platforms on. So I think
okay.
Yeah, so she's got the
double window.
I think I'll just get her out of that. Yeah.
You're kicking her out.
I have to. No, okay, wait. Let me just help. Is that all right?
Yeah. Gonna put to the corner sekejap, Saz.
Am I okay now?
Yeah, you have to switch on the other one.
Maybe it's a double window, Saz.
I think it's fine now. Yep. Okay, good. I've taken you out from the other one.
Okay.
Okay, enjoy, ladies.
All right.
Guys.
All right, Sazzy, Nene.
Yeah, we are good.
Awesome.
Yes.
Perfect. How's everyone doing at home? I know that we are going crazy every day, right? So MCO has been really busy for us.
Yeah. It has been crazy, guys. I'm a little confused because I don't see me. And
we can see you know.
Really? Where am I?
You know what? Maybe because you stopped your camera.
I found you guys. Thank goodness. I was like, I have too many windows open. How are you guys doing? How's MCO been treating you guys? I know we chat a lot. So I mean, I want to say thank you to Andy and ALYFE for inviting us, ALYFE Group for inviting us to be in this platform to talk about what we've been busy with during this MCO, and a little bit of a background of us, Slepets, which consists of me, Daphne, Aisha Sinclair, Tilia, Dinas, Yasmin Hani. Am I missing anyone else? So we've been is where we work to, and every bulan puasa we do a malam amal. And last year we pulled Nini in from Mompreneur to work together in creating a new program because we've always been working with single mothers living in poverty. So we wanted to do something that could potentially change their life. So, and that's what we're here to talk about.
Yeah. So I guess during when the MCO started, it kind of got us maybe had us to take time to get used to it, right? But then it was so we ran the Power to Empower. So just probably a little background what Power to Empower is about, right? So we came together and the Celebs invited Mompreneur Asia to be part of it. And we ran our first program during the Malam Amal itself. So we had some panelist session. We had people from the PPR who were, most of the your beneficiaries, right? All those years,
that was
they
fun.
come from
We
the
did
PPR.
really fun.
Yeah. So then we were supposed to run the mentoring program. And then when we wanted to launch it in February, the COVID-19 or coronavirus situation was getting worse and worse. And then we launched it anyways. And we decided that, okay, let's just do virtual. Kan, macam tu. Then, so we ran it, but we had some hiccups with that. But it didn't. It was okay, I guess, right? With the hiccup, then we learned something, kind. We learned what really is happening in the on the grounds, right? So we had to pivot, and that's taking longer than we anticipated for it to, But then we started another program. Sorry?
Yeah. No, I mean, it is our first time doing it. We obviously, our intention, our aspiration was to help these single mothers. So the Power to Empower was getting mentors in and to assist these single mothers to flourish in their business. And yes, there were a bit of hiccups here and there, but I guess because we're trying to figure it out how to, how to perfect it. Yeah. And then there's another one. Sorry?
Yeah. So and then we really wanted to help, kan? So we started another program under the Power to Empower, which is the Product and Brand Awareness Show, which we had you guys helping the celebrities, helping these micro entrepreneurs, and we just completed our 12th episode yesterday with Yasmin Hani.
Wow, I'm so proud of
And I think it's really great. Yeah, I know, right? And it's really great because you have all these services and products of really good ideas. It's just that they didn't know how to, these entrepreneurs that we got to know closer, they just didn't know how to market the brand. They're not familiar with it. So that's why we were on board. But yeah, some of the things that they were doing and the ideas that they have, it's so innovative. And I'm so glad that it's a feel good feeling to be able to help each other, right?
Yeah. And, I mean, I like that it was Nini's idea. She's saying, look, a lot of these micro businesses, they want celebrities or whatever to help promote their products, but they can afford to. And why would we want to charge them such a crazy price? And we thought, okay, we could help them out by creating this platform so they all can talk about their products or their service, and we help promote. And I think besides the snippets, we also had Hani Madhu who joined in and helped out as well. And we're hoping for celebrity friends to come on. And I mean, this is just a little thing that we could do to help the micro businesses out there, especially during this MCO period. A lot of people are struggling,
And the help that you guys have been giving goes a long way for these entrepreneurs, right? And I think I see that you guys are having fun too, right? After the session, you feel that I help so many entrepreneurs in a day. Yeah, so that's kind of cool, I feel. And it's a very simple platform and concept, I think, right?
I mean, I get excited.
I know, right?
And collaborate with that person. Ooh, this product I like, so it's fun. It's fun.
And I also like the fact that we were able to learn something from them too. It was not just them learning from us or them getting from us, The networks that I've built because I've reconnected with some people whom, surprise, I knew dari kampung lagi bah. So like, we haven't met, how's your mom? We reconnected again after the whole show was done. And then that's where we built, like I do my charity work in Sabah. So I said, hey, do you know this, who can, so it expands. We've got Forrest Vinchan here who's asking a question. He's apparently your
therapist.
Therapist. What's the biggest misconception about being an entrepreneur that needs to be debunked? I have some treatment lotion to help. There you go. That's Forrest Vinchan on the live comment.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so it.
What misconceptions about being an entrepreneur that needs to be debunked?
That's a very interesting question, right? I think that being an entrepreneur, especially during the time of crisis, is probably something that I learned during the MCO actually summarizes the whole idea of being an entrepreneur during times of crisis is that you have a wartime leader and you have a peacetime leader, right? So being an entrepreneur during crisis is like you gotta be a wartime leader to survive, because being an entrepreneur, our daily life is not just smooth sailing, and it's like crazy volatile all the time, turbulence all the time, hustling all the time. So I guess during time of crisis, some entrepreneurs who've not made it, where prior to MCO, they are called the underdogs, right? And suddenly the playing field is sama. It's the same again, kan? Macam tu. So if you're used to leading a volatile life, a challenging everyday entrepreneurial life, then I guess it's just like, oh, biasalah, like that. So I am going through crisis anyways in my daily life. So I guess it's that. I guess it's not always smooth sailing, and the time of crisis is when you get to really practice your entrepreneurship skills, kan?
And
crisis management.
We were doing one of the things I was doing with Nini, where we were helping the micro business owners. And it's when you're an entrepreneur, you constantly need to be innovative, because you may have a 5-year plan or a 3-year plan, but things can happen. Like for instance, this MCO. So we had some business owners saying, "Oh no, there goes my plan." I'm like, look, you can't just be sticking to the plan. You have to constantly be innovative. But anyway, what's the biggest misconceptions about being an entrepreneur that needs to be debunked? Another thing that I remember was that a business should be able to run without you in it. So a lot of people think when you're an entrepreneur, you need to be always doing everything. Being an entrepreneur means you need to come up with a system for your company so that it is smooth sailing. So you don't need to do it all the time. So I think a lot of people think when you're an entrepreneur, you have to do everything, and you have to be in a business. So that one.
And probably with that statement being said, right? Many entrepreneurs, especially startups where they have very limited capital, would say, "But I don't have money yet to hire. I've not generated enough income to hire." Right? Then I guess this is where you could leverage off the concept of partnership, can? Because this is so this is where everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. So why would I want to focus on my weakness, where we can? This is the abundant world out there, and I guess if you have the strength and I have a different strength, why not we come together and maybe not partnership as in the business, but there's a way for you to do partnership in sharing projects, like that.
I believe that we shouldn't be in competition. I mean, this is essentially what my husband and I do. We run a private equity firm, so it's about how companies can work together, merge, acquire, and stuff like that. There's so many resources out there. Don't need to be in competition, but you can work together. That's quiet.
I was talking to a F&B operators, right, on one of my live shows, and they created, after the MCO, they created this loose coalition of, it started out with 80 people, and then it grew to 800. The last time I spoke to them was about 1,000 over. And these were all competitors in the industry. Now they come together because they all are feeling the pinch, especially although the stimulus package helped them in a bit, the big rental problem is still their bulk of their overhead problems, right? And this was just before the Prime Minister announced the CMCO, such a mouthful. But so it's great that they're coming together. And now, because of that, they're giving each other ideas. So if you suddenly see an influx of home kit frozen food delivery, it's probably because this is an initiative that they said, okay, ALYFE, or is it ALYFE? ALYFE, right? They started this. ALYFE. They started like, okay, make your own boba tea. And then they said, look, it works for me. So they spoke to Uncle Lim, and Uncle Lim created his nasi lemak thingy. Now I know Super Saigon is also doing
on that. I'm like, lapanya.
God, I'm so sorry I'm saying this just before buka, but it's just amazing how they're not kedekut ilmu, and you have to be flexible. I think one thing about, as much as you want to be, on top of the game, you want to still remain competitive. That's great because it keeps you on your toes. but at the same time, share your network. And then, yeah, like Nini was saying, the abundance of the universe is huge. And if you just work together, and then everyone can profit from it. So I think that is the reason why MCO is there. There's something that the universe is telling us to reset our minds, our actions, our thoughts, and the way we do things to be humans again. And I think that's a fantastic way.
I know sometimes we need
On the roll here.
to happen, you know.
Wow, so wow.
Another
So this Taurus Vince Chan ni banyak soalan dia. Very good.
I know. So when and I go back, speaking of businesses, what are the dangers of running a self-business, small and medium enterprise? Which one do you guys want to answer? If it's run by family members or close friends, what are the dangers of running a self-business? I've got my husband here who's also, you know, come on, sir, come in.
Actually, all three of us work with our husbands in a way.
Yep.
We work with our husbands. Yeah. You work with Joe, Nini, and Khalif, and then obviously I've got my Nash here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess we all could safely say it is possible to work with someone dear to you, but you have to know when to draw the line when it comes to personal and when it comes to business, because sometimes that gets a little bit tricky. Because especially with business partners, I think that's for me. That first 2 years, that was a little bit tricky getting that little like okay, let's stop talking about work. I'm your wife now. I'm the mother to your kids. Let's just so that was a bit tricky for the first 2 years. Kalau tidak memang gaduh lah. But yeah, that's a bit of the danger in it, because you tend to be a little bit harder, or you get a little bit more closed up when you're dealing with someone that you love. For me, at least, it's easier to accept things and criticism and stuff from people who you don't really know. But when someone loved ones tell you like, you're doing it wrong, and I'm like, hell, how can you say that? You know, that's for me lah. I don't know about you ladies.
But there are a lot of businesses that are run by families, right? I would say just about a contract, because you never know, so that you set everything in place so you cannot fight out that. So that is also important. Husband and wife is one thing, but it could be family members. So you need to know how siapa shareholder, siapa, how many percent, semua, and you must actually work on those things first before you actually run the business. A lot of people macam, let's start business. Okay, I trust you trust me, tak apa lah. And after that, gaduh.
Yep. And I grew up in a family business environment, and my father is like opera Cina punya dude, right? Like that, that very possessive and dominant kind of all China man. So that's how my dad is. He's not watching anyway, so it's okay, right? I know that he meant well. I know that, but I know I am so similar to my dad that I could never work with him. So as I grew up, I know that I'm the only one who decided that I do not want to have an executive share in the company, like that. So I actually stepped out and just, okay, I'm just a director, and I would only come in when I need to. Other than that, so when people ask me, hey, itu project ni you punya kah? I say, you know what? I don't know, because I choose not to know. Because then if I know, I would want to say something, right? And I don't think so it'll work lah, kan? So I decided that we need to draw a line, and we need to be not in denial lah. Some people they at least some people that I know, right? They wanna, actually I'll be good, asking yourself the right question whether you could handle it or not. I think that's very important, kan?
Yeah, don't be in denial, and be upfront with it. Be honest with yourself. Yeah, and be aware. I know, for instance, like certain friends, I'm like, you know what? I know I cannot run that business with that person. It's just, and it's not like I don't want to be the friend anymore, but in terms of running the business, it's going to be very different. So yeah, you just need to be aware, and you need to understand that. Yeah.
And with husbands, I guess, if macam Daphne cakap just now, the first 2 years you susah. For me pula, I feel like the first few years of our life, so I kenal Khalif, we started as business partners first, barulah we started dating, like that. So we've always been partners. We've always been partners. But I guess there's this element in our life where we go through growth, right? And when we go through growth, then we might not be the same kind of person anymore. And our vision might change, our ambition might change, and that sometimes can cause friction, and that often occur in business conversation between me and Khalif. And we decided that, okay, so this company, my share is how much, but I'll not have anything to do with the daily decision, the daily operations. Guys, macam tu.
You need to know your own strengths and how you guys complement each other.
Yeah. So we only come in when we need to lah, kan?
Exactly. Like I would never want to handle the accounts. I leave that to Nash.
Or he is the finance too.
I'll assist in the marketing and all that because that is, that's my area. So I guess it's just also knowing your strength, and then that's how you work it out.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to know and define your roles. I think that's very important also. You don't want to hog everything. Like for me, I do the creative part. I let him do all the finances and chasing of payments because I really suck at that. But other than that, yeah.
I see you doing your
role as well.
Rajin, man, this Daphne. I just give everything to my company for free because I'm like, don't want to see this.
No, I want to be part of it. I still want to know what's happening. It's just that, that's the part that,
At least you
like not really interested in.
Yeah. But anyway, let's talk about
so very quickly, in case anyone is interested, with regards to our Power and Brand Awareness show, we're still opening up, right, for applicants who are interested, especially micro businesses out there who needs a little push. Kalau kau macam kau segan, kau tidak tahu macam mana mau market kau punya produk, kau punya service, then yes, please reach out to us. Niney, how do they get in touch with us again?
Yeah, I think
all they need to do is go to our Facebook page. So I've pinned the registration form at the top of the page. And Selepet Scare. So it's literally Selepet Scare, CLEPEPSCARE, literally. You could go there, or you could also go to our Instagram now. So there's the Instagram. And Dina's already posted out the swipe up thingy, right? Where you could register right away. Yeah, so we are still opening up for registration right now. And so we are very keen to run our 13th episode.
Yeah.
Actually, best juga kan dengar 13 episode sudah. Macam baru saja kita tinggal di rumah ni.
I know. So
it was an idea, it was an initiative that was initiated. Like, guys, let's do this, because our initial idea of our Power to Empower didn't quite take off as much as we wanted it to rocket science because of the limitations that we had. And of course, we're working with single moms who have limits to data, internet data and stuff. So that was one of the issues. But hey, this is another way we can, extend our Power to Empower initiative.
Ladies, I gotta visit the
ladies.
I'll be back.
All right, go ahead. So again, if you have any questions with regards to Power to Empower, it is of course a product and brand awareness show. Sorry, ang baru pakai sa niya yang baru ba ni? Jadi balik-balik sa keluar sa niya ni. Anyway, again, yes, it is either Selepet Care on Facebook. We just started our Instagram, seeing that we're more familiar with, most of the mentors that are part of, are more familiar with IG Live. And it's much, much easier, simpler. So that's why Niney and her team decided, hey, maybe we can also opt for using the IG platform because it's a little bit more simpler for those who are not familiar with the whole shebang. So we've started that, and we will keep you guys updated. So do follow us, not on Facebook only, but also on Instagram. Okay?
Instagram, yeah. So if you would like to know more, how do I do it, right? So I have lots of questions like that. How do you do it? All you need to do is go to our Facebook page again, right? So the whole instructions are there. And if you want to see our past videos, it's all there. And so take this opportunity. And I guess what I would like to, like a prop for the Selepets, right? That people would think this. People would think that, really? We don't need to pay anything, like that. And I would like people to know that, this Lepet punya bunch, right? It was like Daphne cakap tadi, it was an idea like we threw out just like that, and after a few days terus jalan, So there's no even not a conversation about berapa lah aku nak bayar, like that. So how much am I going to get paid? So people don't really percaya that, okay, we're not taking any payment. So all you need to do is turn up for the show, and we are going to do the exclusive shout out for you. And they actually can come up like one by one, kan, bukannya ramai-ramai like that, right? So they do have an exclusive shout out
about their business, about their service, and some of them are businesses that have been around for a long time but just need that little push also. And also some of them are like a business that works from home, but I mean, it's incredible. Like Daphne was mentioning earlier on, there's so many incredible ideas and products out there that we do not know of, and now people are more keen to buy locally made products. So that we get to promote, our own people punya business.
And you remember that sabun, the skincare kind of sabun that, right? That we can actually ask for the kind of sabun that we want. What kind of we can tell them what kind of what kind of essential oil was it?
Like more personalized,
ingredients and stuff,
customized.
So and it depends on like what you want. Is it for moisturizing, for this, for that? So
You're saying something just now, Daphne?
At the end of the day, I mean, of course, naturally as entrepreneurs and as think about my hole is so small. They didn't that didn't sound right, Daphne. My hole is so small.
It's not so big, that's why it fell out.
It's so tight. Then my husband comes and help me with my hole. Okay. No, it's somewhere there. It's all right. I'll just hold on to it. Yes, going back. I think. I mean, at the end of the day, kita pun mau bayar bill. So of course, at the end of the day, we also need the cash. But I truly believe, especially during this MCO, dia punya rezeki tu datang in different ways, ba. Like for me, when I'm doing all these live shows, one is of course to try and rebrand myself in another way, but also to help out other businesses. Saya kena bayar makanan saja. So I don't have to cook and clean because people are just feeding me and my family, which is rezeki in its own form.
And
you know what I mean?
To help, I feel like
So sometimes it's not always about dollars and cents. It's sometimes just about you giving back to the community. You have to be a community doer.
Yeah.
Again, it's the universe telling us something. He's fixing my hole.
I know with this MCO, I mean, my heart goes out to those who are like struggling, and I get it for those, especially those who earn the day-to-day wages, semua kan. But something great also is coming up in this MCO. I think a lot of people are connecting with one another. They're reaching out virtually, supporting each other, and it's just beautiful. Like in my kids' WhatsApp group chat, their classmates with the parents, they're like, "Hey parents, if there's any one of you out there that are struggling, and we can just let us know, and we'll send food to you." Things like that. So there is some beauty. There is a silver lining. Of course, I truly feel for those who are also struggling. So,
and I guess right. And I guess during MCO also, as a business, right? I think even Daphne and Sazzy don't know this about me, right? That yes, I do marketing, but what I do is my niche in marketing is social impact initiative marketing. So
that was a mouthful. In English, please, what does that mean?
Social impact initiative as a marketing strategy. So so let me give you examples, right? So Tom shoes.
All right.
The Tom shoes. If you buy one, so some kid around the world will get one free shoe for them to go to school, right? Okay, let's take Malaysia for example. So Petronas. They are in the oil and gas industry. So we all know that oil and gas is giving pollution to the world, one of the highest, right? And if you realize the kind of social impact initiative that they are doing, the advertisement. So the advertisement is always giving back to the community. It's very heartwarming, you know. So it just gives us the value of community through their advertisement. Or let's take Procter and Gamble, for example. So Procter and Gamble uses a lot of plastic products, right? So now their social impact initiative is they are using recyclable plastics as packaging for their products. So I guess during MCO right now, any business positioning that you do that contributes to the community will be a great initiative, because this is the right time for you to right now give back to the community, right? And macam you cakap Uncle Lim's just now is a very, very good initiative, because I know that everyone wants to have their plate or their bungkus of nasi lemak, kan? So yeah, so that's a great way for you to do it, and abundant lah, kan, like that.
Fresh from home, fresh from home.
Yeah. So there are just so many social impact initiatives that you could do. So like a client, a bakery, so what she is doing right now is so her social impact initiative is she buat the cookie dough. I know definitely some of your I saw some of your posting, right? So if you have cookie dough, you buy a cookie dough, so you can do it like a mommy and daughter or mommy and children punya activity. Yeah, right? Something like that. Or bake your own loaf at home. Or, you know, helping the farmers, helping the yang your rumah punya fishery, apa tu? Kena panggil tu? The seafood tu dari Sabah. Right?
Yeah, rumah seafood, yeah.
No, orang yang not me.
Yeah, so there are just so many things, and what you are doing right now as celebrities as well through Power to Empower is actually a social impact initiative that people would know that your business is just not about profit. Your business is actually giving back to the community, and that creates brand loyalty.
Yeah. About giving back to the society, to the community, and if you look at all the successful businesses, like for instance, like WordPress lah, apalah semua, they thought about how can we assist people to, you know, to make it better, to make their lives easier. So it's all about that. If you just come from a place, I just want to make money, then you don't have that proper aspiration. So I guess aspiration always works, and if it's about giving back to the community, I think it works even better. Yeah.
And I think someone also asked me yesterday in one of my lives. They said, what was the question? I can't remember exactly what the question was, but I had to say that in order for you to be happy, you don't have to chase that position in life. You don't have to be the CEO or the CFO or to own a certain house or certain car or a certain status. You have to, and then be happy. You have to be happy first, and then you start getting all the other rizqi or the abundance. It's the other way around. And I think that's where it goes. Like, we always feel so good when we give back. So in a way, we give in charity. It's actually a sense of, I think my husband was saying how charity also is a selfish act for yourself, because you're receiving also that form of warmth and goodness, you know? So it's
definitely.
You know what I mean? Forrest is on a roll. When it comes to running a business, one of the most important factors to running a successful entrepreneurship is to know the market. Does the consumer market change daily? And how do you find out about this particular change? Well, like for the F&B industry, like the F&B industry, how they all just got together, the operators, some of them were competitors for the longest time. They just went, nope, let's work together. And they knew that they had to change the way they're used to opening up their dining establishments and stuff. Most of them have not even opened up their kedai, by the way, because I asked some of them, now that it's been lifted a bit and you guys can have that option of, you know, they said that, no, we're not really ready, and they've just gotten used to the new normal. So they're quite happy with the delivery, but it's now just improving. And like I said, how Tea Live, Tea Live, and then the rest of the shebang have all started with a little old home kit where you can get it delivered to your house, and you can have that little, you know, masak style with your family, and it's all done in the convenience of these, pre-packed kits. I think
No.
Super Cycle's doing it, so it's great. So I think it's really about adapting and being fluid to the market and finding out that this works. Now let's get on board. Everybody do it across the board. So it's now the new norm. We're all doing home kits.
Yeah, a lot of people. I just got like a dish yesterday where it's a home kit and everything, but consumer market changed daily.
I yeah. So
But
so I do think that every business or every industry right now, yes, the consumer are changing right now, and they are adapting to what is available for them at a very limited space kan sekarang ni. So I guess well, marketers or entrepreneurs, right? They would call target market or your target audience as avatar. So who is your avatar? Can they call it? And I know that it's a little bit technical, but it's getting to know how your person, your best customer before MCO, right? Maybe what you could do is pick up the phone and just call that person. During this MCO, what's happening with you? Yeah. What's happening with you? How are you? How are you getting along? You have always been our best customer. And during this MCO, how can we serve you better?
Yeah, it's always finding
Right.
out.
Yeah.
A lot of companies also does surveys all the time. So yeah, that's how you find out about whether are you serving or are you doing. I mean, are you making the correct or the right? What do you call that? Are you taking the right steps? Must always know your market. You must always pay attention to your market. And I think that's why a big groups like P&G and all that, they always do focus groups. So
And look at some of the brands like Fashion Valet, right? I mean, bless her heart, the founder herself, but both founders are just very charitable, Vivi Yusuf and her husband, right? So they've opened up their platform to allow all these bazaar folks, F&B folks who are usually, getting their money's worth during the Ramadan, to now advertise on Fashion Valet. So whether it's still a marketing gimmick in that sense, because they're saying they won't take a cent from that, the transaction and stuff. But people are still gonna, okay, maybe orang punya niat nak pergi cari makanan kan from the food bazaar side of Fashion Valet. But one or two will probably get nak tengok baju raya lah. Nak tengok lah what do they sell also. So it's still a win-win in that sense.
And I think that's smart.
That's smart. I know another girlfriend of mine who is because Raya susah sikit kan. Now no more Raya. What for those fashion shows and stuff. So she Baju Raya. So she said what she's doing different is that so she's already got her collection ready. But what makes her different from the rest, because everyone is oversaturated with all these Raya baju, and they can't really get it outsold in the normal conventional way of bazaars and stuff, which she used to. So what she does is now she's got like matching. So you got the baju Melayu for the husband, the anak, and everything, and got matchy mask. Because we have to use masks. So it's going to be a fashion statement. Jovian's doing it also, a little bit more premium with his little box of so whether you want to buy or not because it's premium, but there's that option because he knows there is a market who might want to look stylo going out, so yeah, it's changing and you need to adapt.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna be back. I gotta
go.
I'm gonna take my medication. Hold on a second.
Go. and I think that many people would say, I saw an LV mask. I don't know whether it's an authentic LV kah. Macam you say Jovian macam tu punya kan. So people would say, right, why you pay premium? But I guess what marketers or what businesses or consumers need to remember is that every business have their own target audience.
Yes.
Yeah, have their niche. Yeah, and I guess kalau if they think that okay, this mask is sellable, then probably they'll produce more lah kan of it.
Correct.
And it just means that the product market fit ngam lah, right? But then
like I did think that my live shows, my husband has always been asking me to do live because I've always been doing live shows when I was in the media world before. TV broadcasting, that was something that always gave me the adrenaline kick. So I said, you know, baby, after I resigned and retired, I said, I just miss doing live shows. He's also my manager. So I said, go get me live shows. He said, like, what for you want to go look for? You do your own. And he's been badgering me for years, Nini. So finally, right, this MCO, nothing else to do. So he said, like, come, let's play around with our cameras and stuff like that. And he started doing this fantastic setup. And I'm doing all these live shows. And it feels good because we make a commitment to do at this time, at this date, at this one, I have to produce. So there's the adrenaline rush of doing a live show. And alhamdulillah, because of these live shows, because we're so concerned as a freelance MC that we're not getting any gigs, right? But alhamdulillah, slowly adalah 1 or 2 gigs in sana. So I wouldn't have expected that if I hadn't tried or if it wasn't for him. So yeah, kudos to the hubby. But yeah, it's always about being fluid and just trying out new things. If it doesn't work, hey, at least I had fun doing the live shows. Fortunately for us, it worked for us.
You're saying like what the time is it? Sorry, Daphne, what was the topic? Because I missed out a little bit.
We are talking about how you have to just try out new things. And like for instance, when Jovian did like premium, and when Nini saw some people wearing like the LV Louis Vuitton mask, whether it's authentic or not, people were saying like, ada korang mau beli this premium, mahal nak mampus this face mask. But there is a market out there yang memang mau bayang premium. Like they don't want to be like, I'm never going to be caught with that 3M mask yang the normal people's wear. I want something a little bit more special. There is that niche. There is that market. Go for that market. Every brand has a different market. Yeah.
And I think you must always know your market lah, basically. So this is what we talk about, branding. You know, branding. And if your market's that way, then come up with an idea that you know they will be into.
And I mean, ALYFE group. Now they're doing all these like fantastic talks, coffee talks and stuff like that. Before this, I wouldn't have been aware of the brand until now.
Definitely, you're constantly like doing. I mean, okay, both of you guys, like, Nini, you've been doing live shows every day, and Daphne, you're like, you guys are on a roll. I have to say.
There's an
it's fun, I guess, you know.
It's fun. And
fun. And
I don't
it's
know. I mean,
feel productive too, I guess, right? And
because it's giving me the space for creativity, and I think it was a nice break for me from the day-to-day chasing, you know, going here and going there. So it's just given me this opportunity to just kind of regroup and rethink and then rebrand and what I want to do. So to a lot of business owners out there, this is your chance to also go, okay, to look inside and then focus out and see what can you do better. You know, sometimes you need to have that little disruption before you can, you know, you can move forward.
I want to say
that. Sometimes the disruption. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I want to share this. The you know, since MCO started, right? Well, I kind of foresee the MCO. I was anticipating a lockdown because I speak in conferences a lot, right? So I realized that the number of participants in the audience that I was speaking prior to MCO just became like smaller and smaller and smaller. And then the last event that I spoke in, sepatutnya ada 150 people bahkan, jadi 50 people only in the room allowed, you know. And then I thought that, okay, so I was producing a conference at that time, so it was supposed to happen end of March. And then I had to pivot, like cow pivot, right? So then I had to go to Bernama to announce it on news, right? So we have to pivot straight away. And I guess that while doing that, I know I was so nervous. Mati lah, you know, down the drain lah, all the hard work that my team has put in. But then, you know, the two questions that I have been asking myself daily, I guess that has been helping me a lot in terms of business. Because I guess through contribution, that we will somehow, bahkan macam Daphne kau cakap tadi, that it will come back to us, is that what is the solution that I could contribute to, what is the one solution that I could contribute to my community today? So that is one.
Yeah.
And just to have me motivated every day, the second question that I ask myself daily is that what is the one thing that I can do today that will help me rise victoriously post COVID-19? So these are the two questions that I've been asking myself. And yeah, I guess just so that I'm on purpose lah kan macam tu, because I get distracted like super easily.
Yeah. I love that. I always learn a lot from Nini. So awesome.
We learn from each other kan.
We do.
And that's why it's so uplifting when you group yourself with equally like-minded people. And that's why I love How to Empower. I love the fact that we're also, because you get that vibe, you bounce off a really good vibe, and it really inspires you, it motivates you, and it just gives you an upper, especially nowadays when you need, of these recent times, when sometimes there is times when you just feel really down, like, oh no, you're as a family person, as a person that needs to find money for the family, provider. Of course it gets to you. But then when you are able to meet up with people like this, meet up,
yes.
Wow, it's such a happy, uplifting moment.
Quality people.
Yeah.
They,
Absolutely.
Exactly. Like how you guys.
We are 7 minutes to 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if there's any more other comments.
Question.
Otherwise, maybe we can just sort of wrap up.
I'm a little quiet today, guys, because I am unwell. But thank you to Daphne and Nini for like taking the lead. It's just one of those days where I'm like on medication. So
I'm just actually surprised that you actually still agree to this. You're crazy. You knowing that you're not
crazy.
100%.
I just feel so weird for me because I'm always the one talking.
Saz, I know you are a fitness. You have a certified training, a trainer. You're a certified trainer, fitness trainer, right?
Trainer. Well, so you were a certified yoga instructor.
Yeah, yoga, but that's yoga. So, Forrest, I'm just going to answer one more question, and I think I'm going to give it to you. What are your thoughts on the fitness industry, especially on tips on how to survive the industry? Of course, that's not your full-time job as a trainer. You do it more for yourself and you and Nash and stuff. But your thoughts, because I know you attend a lot of these fitness.
Well, I
Go ahead.
think the industry has been flourishing, especially now that we're in this generation where people truly understand that fitness is very, very important. And people are now more well informed. You know, that there was a time last time in the 50s, 60s, people just ate whatever and everything. So fitness industry, I think, can last very, very long. Yes, you constantly have to be innovative. You constantly have to think of new ways and stuff like that. But it's the good thing is right the way people are really into fitness. I know Forrest Vince Chan personally because he's my cryotherapist. And in fact, I think he used to train me before. How to survive this industry, I think just really pay attention to the customers and what they want, clients and what they want. For instance, Win, he's working in Rev Malaysia. And yes, there was this influx of like gyms opening up, anytime fitness, this and that. But what I like about Rev Malaysia, they are actually in Publica. They are beyond that. They actually also focus on how to how to heal yourself. I forgot what it's called. If you could just type it out. So they talk about balancing your body because a lot of athletes out there, you do sports, you can damage your body a bit. So and then they have cryotherapy. So they go beyond just working out. They also fix your body for your posture. Like are you sick or not? So like I found out that the reason why my right knee was always in pain was because the way I walk, Punya has always been singing. So fitness industry. So they were more innovative. They were not just another gym. And I think the fitness industry is going to be different. Everybody does it differently. Kevin Zahari, he doesn't open up a gym, but he focuses on those mummies
program,
and he does like Joe Kuru's program, and he does his live shows. So fitness is big, and I think it's something that should go on because I'm huge on fitness. I think people should understand fitness is more important. Please stay away from all the jamu. There's no such thing as jamu that makes you kurus. So sorry to you guys out there. Best is jaga makan and fitness, and
Nini, any last words?
Do apply for the Power to Empower. Sempat mulas plug in, right? Do apply for the Power to Empower program, the Product and Brand Awareness Show.
Yeah.
Again, do visit our IG and Facebook. And I think the last thing that I would like, sorry?
And like us and follow us on IG.
Yeah,
and
like us and follow and share, right? And
share.
I think I would like to also speak about how the entrepreneurs yang from home ni, actually there are just so many of them who are really, really hardworking, who are really, really, you know, the kind of entrepreneurs who's not giving up, the kind of entrepreneurs who just started because MCO started, because they have no other avenues to earn, you know, some income, kan? So it's like an overnight entrepreneur. So if you are those people, yes, we would love to help you. We would love to hear
Sit
from you.
Yeah. I mean, it's always very normal as an entrepreneur that at times when you're running a business, you can get stuck, you know? So, and stuck is fine. And that's why a lot of entrepreneurs, they go for courses, they reach out to other entrepreneurs, find a mentor, you know, like Nash has a mentor. I have mentors. There will always be times that you're stuck, and it's okay. But that's why work on your own. Always have a group, and also jangan bodoh sombong. Go for courses. There's always something new to learn.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And hopefully we can help you, inshallah.
Yeah.
Carlis is in the house. Hi, Carlis. That is Nini's husband. All right, so I think we're gonna baru masuk yang last already. So basically, thank you so much, ALYFE, for giving us this platform to talk about Power to Empower. And as ALYFE has mentioned over in the comments box, thank you for joining us. If you have any feedback with regards to this or any other suggestions for a live group, then you can just leave them a comment in the survey, which they've already written down over there. And so thanks again, guys. It's good to see you over virtually.
Us again, because today I'm a little under the weather. I hope there'll be another session where I'm a bit more up to date.
Thank you so much,
Sazzy. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks Daphne, thanks Nini as well. Yeah, have a good day and have a good buka puasa.
Thank you.
Selamat buka, guys. Bye.
Bye. There you go, guys. It was such an amazing time being able to hear from these three amazing ladies to talk about, you know, their social impact initiative, Power to Empower. So make sure you check them out in their IG and Facebook here on Celepit's Care. So head on over and also leave your feedback on the survey link if you have enjoyed this session. If you are keen to apply, you are a micro entrepreneur who are keen to apply, just head over to their IG and their Facebook to find out more about their initiative. So the next up at 8 p.m. we're gonna have James Estes with us. So he's gonna show us. He's a tequila brand ambassador, and he's gonna show us how to make your own Paloma cocktail, and then even taking your home bar to the next level. So we will catch you guys soon at 8 p.m. So have a good dinner and stay tuned.